What's up everybody, it's Mike Lyons here. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you a complete chest burnout exercise that I have used in the past and I do use with my clients. So I usually call it pin loaded chest press, but this one unfortunately is a neutral grip. So what I do is I get them to use a bar. So this is just basically a wooden rod. So you're getting it in just like you would have a regular bar on a bench, and you would line yourself up as if this was basically a flat bench. So come back to a full stretch, and you're gonna press off 15, then you hold it in the stretch for 15 seconds. You're almost basically touching your chest, and you're gonna feel that stretch right across your chest, like it's complete tension. So it's basically at the complete bottom of your rep range. So it's a complete chest, like your chest is up, everything's locked in. Then once you count to 15 seconds, you're gonna pump off another 15. So mistakes here is everyone tries to go too fast, or they're not doing the complete rep range. So nothing changes in your rep ranges. So you're still coming down to chest, you're still going out to 3/4 to full flex. And then when you're stretched, you're just coming down to the bottom of the rep range. Just coming down to the stretch point. You're holding it for another 15. So this is your second 15-second hold. And then you're gonna press until failure. So you might not get 15, but you're just gonna press. And then once you get to the point where you're starting to fail, this is where you can get into the whole partial rep range. So partial rep range is basically the bottom end of your rep. So you're staying right where the stretch point is the most, just out a little bit. So this is where you're shaking, you have nothing left to push, and you're just getting as much as you can off there. But you notice I'm not breaking form. My chest isn't moving, my shoulders are coming around. I'm just pressing until I can't press. And then you basically go right to failure, right to dropping it on your chest. And to get out of here, I would recommend having someone with you to help you get out and just kind of pull it out and then take the bar off. If not, you just roll that bar up one at a time and get yourself out. But I would highly recommend doing it with a partner until you're used to doing this movement, because all it takes is that one little slip and you're gonna hurt yourself. So, and that's what I don't want. So, great finisher, complete and utter failure. So remember, it's 15 reps, 15-second break, 15 reps, 15-second break, go to failure, and then go all the way to partials to failure. And that is gonna completely annihilate your chest. Another thing to touch on is, like, I'm physically in like a little circuit room. So this machine only goes up to 160. I could do it a million times if I tried. But I'm doing it because I'm just using common sense. This is a complete and utter failure exercise. It's not for building, it's not for anything other than pushing my chest to complete and utter failure at the end of a workout. It's a finisher. That is the whole point, it's a finisher. So the three big things that are pillars you have to remember when you're doing any sort of lifting. So form is paramount. Form is number one. Range of motion is second. And then what you're pressing is third. So form is the first and utmost. Your form's got to be as close to perfect as you can. Next one is range of motion. Yes, you want the longer range of motion, but there is some movements that you just can't. You're not gonna get full range. So it's gonna be like the 80 to 90% range. That doesn't mean your third, you should increase the weight. And that's where it kind of gets misconstrued a lot of the times, is everyone thinks, well, if I'm doing only partials, I can increase the weight because I can lift more. No, because that means it's gonna affect your form. You're only doing the partial range because if you did the full range, say on chest press, your shoulders are gonna round off and you're gonna take the tension off your chest. So you're always going to think about what you're doing, what the exercise is, and what actual perfect form is. So perfect form is tension on chest from start A to start B. That's it. So if you're extending it to C, where it takes the tension off, that's not perfect form. So that's where you got to kind of mentally think is, yes, your range of motion is 90%, but your form is now negated. That does not mean you should up the weight. So start slow. Like start with squats is a good one. That's one of the, or bench press. Everyone wants to get to the two plate bench press when they're just starting out. And they do whatever they can to get there. Then they want to go to 3, then they want to go to 4, blah, 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 blah. Time is bodybuilding. It's over a time period. It takes years to build strength. And if you're trying to get everything tomorrow, you're asking for injuries. Like, slow your shit down, do it properly, and it will come. Like, just, everyone's so antsy. Like, they need it today and they need it tomorrow. Like, I'm getting my pro card this year, but they never started competing yet. Just calm yourself down. Everyone calm down. Just, it's calm, like I keep saying, it's common sense. It takes time. Like, a doctor can't get his doctorate in 1 semester. He has to go for like a decade to school. And then he has to have experience to get even to be a better doctor. So it takes time, it takes effort, it takes work. And you gotta put the work in. That's just what, that's the prime #1 thing in bodybuilding. It's consistency, time, and doing the same thing, mind-numbing consistency, day in, day out. Just keep working, wake up, work out, eat right, sleep, repeat. We all joke around that it's haha funny, but that's the truth. It's repetitive consistency. And people that don't want to do that and want the goal today, they're not going to get it. So, it is what it is.